Pet Trade TV are now a different dog, and I'm joined by one of the founders, Charlie Thurston. Charlie, how's the show going so far?
So far, really good. It's getting towards the end of day one, and we've been running off our feet today. So, yeah, enjoying it.
Well, there's certainly a bit of a crowd around us at the moment, so hopefully that's not putting you off for this. A relatively new name in the market. I think you've been around getting on for 9 months now.
Yeah.
Where have you come from? What gave you the idea?
Yeah, so we started trading about 9 months ago. We've actually been going about 2.5 years. I used to work for a dog food retailer before that, and as part of that job, I had to go and look around factories, and I saw processed foods being made and thought, isn't there a better way to do this? And so decided, rather than making a processed food, to actually make food as you would if you were cooking human food. So we take all human grade ingredients and use human grade processes to cook the food in a pan. It's a bit like making a bolognese, really.
So started off small scale around the kitchen table and cooking for friends as well as your own dog, and then you've gone a bit bigger scale now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a journey. It actually took us 18 months to get the recipes right, and 150 versions of the recipe. We have our own vet and nutritionist who've helped us achieve that. Yeah, we started cooking for our dog Crumble, then for friends of friends, their dogs, and it's grown from there. We started trading, as you said, just before Christmas, and 2018 has been a roller coaster year for us. Things are really beginning to take off rapidly.
So market is starting to like it.
Yeah.
What actually makes the food shift off the shelves for retailers then?
Well, for us, it's all about the feedback we get from customers. So customers tell us that they see a real difference in their dog. So whether that's condition of the skin and coat, the overall energy levels of the dog, or the way digestion is working, we get consistently great feedback. And that gives us a wonderful feeling. To be frank, that's why we set up the business, is because we want to make dogs healthier and happier, and when we get the feedback from customers, we can see that that's really working. And I think retailers buy into that too, and we've got a number of stores now where the product is selling really, really fast, and they tell us their customers absolutely love it.
In terms of the footprint it's taking up in a retailer's premises, we see one of the freezers behind us here, but there are other options as well, aren't there?
Yeah, we've got 4 freezer options at the moment. So you can have a single door cabinet freezer like this, or a double door cabinet freezer like this, or chest freezers, as either a 4-foot chest freezer or an 80 centimeter chest freezer. We find typically that cabinet freezers like this one work better because customers can really see the product clearly.
And those freezers are available with a certain amount of product, are they?
Yeah, exactly. We've got deals that are taking place through this show. What happens is we pay for the freezer. You need to buy a certain amount of stock to fill the freezer. But we'd be very happy to talk to any retailers about that. Interestingly, with some of the retailers that bought a single door freezer from us at the last PATS in Sandown back in March, they're now upgrading to double door freezers. So it's going well.
And I imagine it's a super premium product rather than at the lower end?
Well, super premium is an interesting way of describing it. Certainly the ingredients that go into it are very high quality. As far as the price of the proposition goes, yeah, if you have high quality ingredients, then it's not going to be a cheap overall product, but it works really well as an entire diet. So it is a complete and balanced food. We test it regularly to make sure that we deliver on that. But a lot of customers use it as a topper to go alongside, for example, a dry food. So then you have the confidence of knowing your dog's getting that hit of fresh, natural goodness every single day, and it makes the dry food more interesting for the dog as well.
And in terms of going forward, you've got more recipes coming out. I know you're doing specials.
Yeah, I mean, so we up to yesterday we had 4 standard recipes: beef, chicken, lamb, turkey. At this show, we've now introduced Keep Me Trim Turkey, which is a lower fat, lower calorie turkey option. Also comforting chicken for dogs that have been under the weather. Also a bone broth, which we believe is a first for the market. So those are all new for this show. But we also have the capability, because we do everything in small batches and cook it by hand, to do seasonal specials. So I don't know if you can see that blackboard there, but we've got a Halloween recipe, which is beef and pumpkin, coming up. For Christmas, we're doing our festive feast, which is turkey, cranberry and red cabbage. We've got a clean eating recipe for New Year, a Valentine's recipe, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. Pretty much every month we have a new seasonal special coming out.
That keeps it interesting for not just the dogs, but for the owners and the customers as well.
Yeah, we believe passionately in variety and diversity in a dog's diet. If you're using different proteins, different vegetables, different fruit, then you're achieving balance through that diet. So yeah, it's good, and it keeps it interesting, as you say.
This is a very different product, and what kind of category would you put it in?
Well, that's why we called it Different Dog Actions. We want to do everything about it differently. And so it's not a dry product, it's not a wet product, it's not a raw product, it's actually a new category of being a gently cooked and frozen product. And as you can see, if you look at it and when you take it out of the pot and sniff it, whether it's how it tastes, how it looks, how it smells, it's different to anything that's currently on the market.
And in terms of preparation, what do I have to do as an owner?
Oh, it's really easy. All you have to do, like a frozen food, is take it out of the freezer, let it defrost. Then once it's defrosted, it lasts in the fridge for 5 days. So you get a bit of additional life in it versus a raw product. In the same way that you would if you'd made a bolognese yourself. It's much the same kind of product. A lot of people who come to us, they say their dogs are a bit fussy, their dogs are going off their food a little bit, and we managed to convert those guys. We've got a really good success rate at doing that.
And looking further forward, where do you see this going? At the moment, obviously it's a small batch operation. Do you ever see you moving away to mass production?
Well, for us, it's all about making dogs healthier and happier. And our mission from the start was to make as many dogs as possible healthier and happier. And so we can do that through a bunch of different channels. Certainly, through the stores have been enormously helpful for that. And at the moment, it's all about independent retailers. And as you can see at this show, there are loads of people who are very excited about it. Yeah, sure. Afterwards, we might look further afield than that. But there's no question that retail is going to be at the heart of what we do.
And you're looking at independent retailers and giving them sort of like exclusivity in a certain area, is that correct?
Yeah, typically we do within 5 miles. I mean, we hear regularly from our retailers that it makes life difficult for them if there's somebody bang next door who's got exactly the same product. So yeah, we will give a 5 mile exclusivity area.
And if retailers are interested, it's direct to you, you're not going through a distributor or anybody?
Straight to me. Yeah, and the business. Yeah, we'd rather cut out any unnecessary middlemen where we can.